And the question is, like most of politics today, I feel like the answer is always, we all lost.
Yes.
I feel like we all lost brain cells.
Well,
we all
Candace
lost money.
got $300,000, so she
someone
won a
clearly
little
won.
bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
if we're
true.
taking tally, she won a little bit more than we did.
That's
Did
actually.
she actually get the money?
Yeah, he transferred it.
Whoa.
Yeah, he
so it
did.
came out she did win.
Well,
officially.
I
Candace,
love
really
a bitch
didn't
after the
think I was gonna
bag.
be
I
doing
love a
that.
bitch who's about that motherfucking hustle. I love. She's from Connecticut. That's adjacent. Like obviously worse. Obviously
Worse,
worse.
yeah.
But that's adjacent. That bitch knows how to get after that fucking shmoney.
They're
Yeah,
grifters.
shmoney.
They're real grifters. Up
Yeah,
there.
I gotta say this. This was the blackest thing Candace has done since being in media. Was go after a bag. It was like she just was like, hey, look, I know I look like I got some white features, but
Right.
hell, I gotta get that
Let me
bag.
get that fucking
You know,
shmoney, bitch.
it's really immigrant right there. And this guy Nathan Livingston, I believe he's from Australia. I know him, I think, but
Foreigner.
is he?
Foreigner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Livingstone.
Australia.
Not listening to foreigners. Whatever he says, even if I agree with him. Even if I agree with him. What did he say?
Think
Yeah.
a little Miss
What
Dangerous
happened to
Love?
America where the brown guys say calling people foreigners? That's
Oh.
crazy.
Born and raised in Jersey, bitch. Get rid of the illegals before you talk about me.
All right, Candace Owens completely collapses.
That's diabolical. That's diabolical.
Don't ceiling bird him. That's crazy.
What did he say? Wait, what did this guy say? Who won?
Andrew Wilson asked her to provide evidence for a claim that Israel and France were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Check this out.
Are involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I'm going to put that out there with full confidence.
If you want me to pause ever, let me
I
know.
also
Involvement.
have-
I understand.
Yeah.
So you
That's-
think you with full confidence you think that
Yeah, I think
that
Israel's
France
involved.
and Israel.
Yeah, I mean, the person that gave me that thing that I reported said that French Foreign Legion were on the ground that day.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this would be at a professional limitation for me to then go and probe that information that I handed over. I can't do that. I'm not
But
the
you
United
don't have
States
any
government.
positive evidence of
Okay,
that.
okay.
Right?
Liz, I don't. Can you just stop? It's actually just
she
like
ever
annoying to
finish
hear you keep
probing
saying
Madrid-
positive
Madrid's,
evidence. I've
little-
just asked me what I think, and I just tell you, yes, I think
Well,
they are
that's
involved.
a claim.
No, I said here's what I think.
I have every right
think-
to ask you about your claim.
Yeah, but
and if there's
I said,
positive evidence
in
for
this
your
statement,
claim.
I literally just said I think, and I am allowed to think. And
yeah,
you
you're
keep
allowed
saying,
to
do you
think,
have
but you're
positive
making a
evidence?
claim.
Okay, so $300,000 and she couldn't get a wider angle lens. Can we talk about the production quality?
Yeah, let's pick
This is
that shit
BPD,
apart.
right?
Go back to that right there. No, this is in her house.
Oh.
This is a very odd get up, having a front crotch shot of PBD, uncomfortable. You
And
know,
the single shot they used on Candace was like looking right up the flared nostrils.
Was it?
So it's a little scary looking.
second
I'm
blackest thing
Jane
about her.
Goodall, like,
Yeah.
interesting.
If I was spent $300,000 and I realized that my opponent was a black female, I would be shaking my leg and sweating too. Two combinations of groups of people that aren't necessarily
Can
into
talk
arguing
and
based
talk
upon
and talk.
Greek
Right.
strategies of debate.
You're
you
not
know?
getting the Socratic method.
Yeah.
You're getting the Nene Leaks method. And she's like, oh, Ashy, you looking ashy, girl. Who said that? You know what? She won, though. She still won. In my mind, she still won.
Well, of course. Gays love a black queen.
We do. She is my Nene Leaks. But you know why she won? And if you don't know, Andrew Wilson a couple weeks ago, semi-famously had a debate with Richard Spencer that lasted maybe 45 seconds because he did the exact same thing that he does here, which is like this kind of like pedantic rules, like, excuse me,
Well,
where is your
actually.
positive evidence? It's like, go fucking sit on your positive evidence, fucking Andrew Wilson. Like, she is giving me what I need. She's giving me.
Yeah, Richard was like, I'm going to just talk for 10 minutes and you're going to learn something. And he had nothing.
And he's like, no, I
Yeah.
can't do that. I'm rules cucking
actually,
you.
I don't
All
think we can
right. So
apply
we're rule
that.
cucking. Let's listen to what they have to say. So she said she couldn't probe the information she handed over, and I don't understand what that means, but we'll give her a shot. Listen.
Oh, I'll
I have
teach
tons
you
of
a probing.
positive evidence that I'm allowed to think.
I agree. You're allowed to think.
Okay. So
Nobody's disputing whether or not Candace Owens is allowed to think. What I'm asking is
but
if you have
what's your issue then?
positive
What is your issue with the statement?
evidence.
I think that Israel is involved.
That's
I
not
do.
what. That's not just what you said. You said
I did
that
say I
it's
think.
with full confidence.
Yes.
You
That
would
I
think
mis-
that if you had full
Can you have confidence
confidence
to think when you think?
If I said, for instance, I think I'm going to be late to work, right, with full confidence, I would say my evidence for that is that I'm 20 minutes away and I need to be there in 5.
Andrew,
Yeah,
Andrew,
That's how
Andrew-
you would know whether or not you
I'm
have full
misunderstanding
confidence.
something.
Let me finish.
I'm there.
Let me finish. If it was the
within the
case that I said I have full confidence I'm going to be late to work, I would say my evidence that I'm going to be is that work is 20 minutes away, right? And I have to be there in 5. So I have full
People paid
confidence.
for this.
That's why I would think that.
Someone
so I'm
paid for
asking
this. Someone
if
paid.
you think that Israel and France were involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and you say with full confidence, I'm just asking for the evidence, or at least walk me through the mindset of why it is that you could think that with
I actually
evidence.
don't have to walk you through why I think. I can give you something that I think with full confidence. I think with full confidence that you lost the substance of this debate, and now you're moving toward things that I have said that I think, which I can do. I'm
They're
allowed to think
pertinent
that.
to this debate.
Actually, would you like to remind him of what our debate claims actually were?
And would you like to remind you said I could ask you about any of these things
I
to my
said
heart's
feel
content?
free, but you do not get to structure how I'm allowed to reply or ask me
I'm
why
not
are you allowed
structuring
to
how you're
think.
allowed to reply. I'm just asking you direct questions.
I have full confidence that you do not feel that you represented your claim well. And so now what you came
That's
prepared
nice.
to
I just
do is
wanna
to
know-
present yourself like a professor of fallacies.
I just want to know.
And to say, you're not allowed to say that. You can't. It's
you
my
can say
podcast.
whatever you
Clocked. I'm sorry. Clocked and read and dragged and snatched and also scalped.
And gooped.
And gooped and gagged.
Yes, don't forget.
Okay.
And also gooped and gagged.
But I will to give Andrew credit. He does smoke cigarettes a lot, and does have a he has a nicotine patriot. And if you are in a debate and you're used to smoking cigarettes, you might be going through some cigarette withdrawals and might be having a little bit of nerves. I'm going to say that it might have been due to the cigarettes, not natural nerves from the
leg
debate.
jittery, yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, like, that seems like shit you would do, like, if you're like trying to overcome cigarettes or you're on meth. But he's not on meth. He's not a drug user. So
that we've seen.
okay, well, let me finish this. Got about 20 seconds, and then we'll discuss it.
want.
I
Nobody's
said
disputing that. I'm
It
asking.
seems like you are disputing
I'm
it.
asking
I think that
specifically
when this
why
is
you
all
think
said
that.
and done, I've already explained to you. I explained at the beginning of this why I think Israel is ultimately going
France.
to be proven to have involvement in this. I just explained to you in the middle, and now you're wanting me to structure the sentence or provide evidence. You don't have to. You're just allowed to think, and I've explained to you my thought process. I don't need to structure it in a sentence. If you feel like a professor today, you picked the wrong day.
Don't you think that like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people would want to know what Candace Owens' positive evidence for why it is
No,
that
I don't-
Israel and France were involved in the most traumatic public assassination of Gen Z's lifetime is?
That's why they watch my podcast.
So you're just going to drip to them?
Go ahead.
Bitch, I don't care what anyone says. This whole thing is low IQ spectacle. I'm not grading this based on who's giving me the rhetorical evidence for their claim and et cetera, et cetera. Who had me gagged?
Yes.
And Candace had me gagged from beginning to
We
end.
said from the jump, everybody loses. So it's just like with it, this is blood sport. This is just a little spectacle. We just have to enjoy it. And yeah,
This is Kino Casino.
Exactly.
This is what this is, and this is key.
it's like Sway in the morning or something.
But well, honestly, my actual take about this, honestly, and I only really saw the first half hour of it, and when I left that first half hour, I was like, Candace ate, Candace destroyed, Candace demolished, whatever. And the reason I say that is two reasons. When I left that about half an hour, 45 minutes in, it was during that whole portion where she was like, I'm allowed to make an inference based off of the evidence that I have, just as the prosecution is allowed to make inferences based off of the evidence that they have. Thereby,
basically setting the like standard of evidence required for
exactly, and being
yeah.
like, actually, the standard of evidence is not what you, Andrew Wilson, or any other internet debater has to say. We're doing the court's standard. So she ate with that. Secondly, the reason why I say that Candace Owens won this debate is because Andrew Wilson
got to
came
talk.
in. She got to fucking talk. The whole
it.
fucking win condition for Andrew Wilson was to embarrass Candace Owens to the point that she was going to shut the fuck up forever. You didn't do that, bitch.
Or
she got a
try to say
second wind.
Gibraltar or something.
Right.
Yeah.
She ain't shutting up, bitch. So you lost to me.